Good morning, everyone. How are you? Well, I am the Lazy Daisy Stamper, also known as Darla Morris, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in beautiful Granbury, Texas. I was looking at the clock because I think I am right on the money. I have taken the month of March. I took the month of March off, and I am so excited to be back. I have missed each and every one of you guys, and I hope you had a great March. I hope you got to do a spring break with your kids or your grandkids. I know I did. Had a lovely time in Hawaii. It was beautiful. I got a little suntan, and I've, I did not take a single thing relating to cards. I read 2.5 books and ate a lot, enjoyed happy hour a little bit more than I should have, and I really missed stamping and making pretty stuff. So I am excited to be back. Good morning, Mary Ellen and Terry. You girls, I'm so glad you're here. It is, it was beautiful here this morning, but the clouds have rolled in, and I think we're going to have some rain this afternoon, supposedly. But yeah, I'm glad you're here. So, there's just tons of stuff going on with Stampin' Up. Let me see if I can remember a few things. Okay, first of all, our new annual catalog is in my hot little hands, and I can show you the cover here in just a minute. I can't show you the inside, but if you was a demonstrator, you could see that already. Good morning, Linda Dennis from Washington State. Wow, welcome. Okay, so we have a new catalog that's coming out that will go live in, I think, May the 2nd, something like that, 2nd or 3rd. I think it's the 2nd. We have our retiring list. That means the stuff in our current catalog, our current annual catalog. There are things retiring. There's a bunch of stuff on sale. So if there's been stuff on your wish list that you've not gotten yet, this would be a good time to check it out. Let me see what. Good morning, Wendy. Okay, went to wrestling tournament with 3 grandkids for the last match of the year. We're going to get up to the 65. Wow, that's some pretty high winds there, Mary Ellen. Yeah, we're supposed to have high winds too, but I don't know that they're going to be quite that high. So I'm glad to be back, Wendy. Thank you. Okay, catalog, retiring list. Oh my gosh, I know that there's other things going on. We've got for demonstrators on tour that we're having a gathering at my place. A couple of you girls are coming. Let's see. Gosh. If I think of something else as we go, I'll mention it. But I'm going to turn the camera down. We are going to spin. And let me see. I got to move this thing over. Maybe that will. Let's go that way, all right? So then I can move that over. Thank you, Terry. You're so sweet. Okay, so here we go. Looky there. All right, so you know when I left, or my last video that was in February, which was February the 28th, I made 4 cards, which are right here. let's see, right there. So we're going to spin 2 times, and let's see, we'll give this one and this one away, and then we'll give this one and this one away, okay? So we're going to spin to see who wins these 2 first, okay? So here we go. Keep your fingers crossed. Now, this is my little wheel of fortune, is what I call it. And to get on this wheel of fortune, all you have to do is make a comment and or share my video. And with each comment, your name gets put on this. And normally I just make 2 projects. But like I say, I knew I was taking the month of March off, so I did 4 projects. Oh, Veronica, hey, good. I am so easily distracted today. Well, I have been ever since I got home, because you know when you've been gone a month, you know how awful it is to get caught up. Not only did I have to make up 5 hours of sleep, I had a month of work to do. Uh-oh, looky there. Wendy got the bottle. Oh, you see that, huh? Yes, I'm going to show y'all that in just a minute. Okay. Now we're going to spin again, and somebody's going to win this. Now, as I was saying, when you share my video, and please do so, you do have to tell me, because Facebook's whatever, I won't know unless you tell me. So you have to put shared in the comments. Oh, Evelyn, yay, Evelyn. All right, congratulations, Veronica and Evelyn. Yay. Okay, so back to sharing my video. At the end of the month, or I will say at the beginning of the, sorry, it's a free product, so you have to listen to, oh my word, shut up. At the beginning of the month, I do a special wheel just for the people that have shared my video. So here is the wheel for February. This is all the people that shared my video in the month of February. Thank you, Terry, for sharing. And they are going to win. Oh, I forgot to pull it out. Hold on a minute. Let me, I'm going to give you a choice this month. Hold on a minute. Oh, that looks like some of missing it out of that one. Oh, we can't have that. Okay, there we go. Now this person is going to get to choose what they want. They can choose classic matte dots. These are a full pack of embellishments. The faux sea glass shapes, aren't they pretty? Or the matte decorative dots. And I was trying to see if it said what colors are in here, but they don't. Anyway, okay, so let's spin. This is for everybody that shared my video in the month. Thank you, Mary Ellen. Thank you, thank you. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, look at there, Miss Terry. Oh my gosh, you are so lucky, girlfriend. Okay, matte decorative dots, classic matte dots, faux sea glass. You're going to tell me what you want, Terry. I don't know. Can you read those? So tell me what you want. These are black, vanilla, and white classic matte dots. 1, 2, 3, 4 different colors of matte decorative dots. Okay, classic matte. This one here, am I holding it right? All right. Congratulations, Terry. You're still on a roll, girlfriend. She has been on a winning streak here lately, I'll tell you. Thank you, Shirley, and hello, welcome. Okay, there's our 3 winners for today. I'm going to put my little wheel of fortune away. And again, congratulations to you 3. Set those out of the way. Okay, so, wait a minute. It's about to get cold. Okay, look here. Oh, is that really pretty or what? I'm trying to hold it to where there's no glare. Yeah, you love being on a roll, Terry, I tell you. You're the luckiest girl I know. Beautiful. It's got gorgeous stuff inside, but I cannot show you. I am so sorry. And then for those of us that are attending, I think it's called On Tour, we got a stamp set out of our new annual catalog, and I got Bottled Happiness. Now, I have not played with this yet because I'm still playing catch up. But yay, very nice. Now, this comes with a punch. In the bundle is a punch. And it also comes with some domes. I think the domes, they may fit this bottle. I am not quite sure. But yeah, they look awfully fun to play with. So, let's see. I did have a card class last Saturday, and we are going to make the same cards that we did in class, just because I have been so stressed out trying to catch up with everything and everybody. I just decided, girl, make it easy on yourself. And so that's what I have done. So let's see, playing with those flowers was something. Oh, did you get that set, Shirley? Okay. Well, before we get started, let me show you how to find me. I have an online store that you can shop to your little heart desires 24/7, 365 days a year. And it is called Lazy Daisy Stampers with an S .Stampin'Up. There's no G in Stampin'Up.net. And if you would please, when placing your online orders, please use this host code if your order is under $150. If it is $150 or more, do not use this code because you'll get extras from Stampin' Up. Plus, you will also get a gift from me as well. All right, so that's how you find me. Oh dear, can't see it. Maybe we'll stick it like that. I don't know. Okay, for our first card, we are using For the Record. For those of you that may not know, I love M&Ms with peanuts because they give you inspiration and a little sugar high to keep you going while you're stamping. Okay, our first card is going to look something like this. Now, I tell you this all the time. I am not a creative person, okay? I'm really not. I love to create. I love to be crafty. But I am a great copier, okay? And I case all of my cards that I share with y'all. Case means copy and share everything. So sometimes I will change up things. Sometimes I just create them as is because I think they are so cute. And I believe I created this one as is. I don't know. I can't remember. It's been too long. But this is our card. So I have a pool party card base. And this is so simple, okay? This is a very just ink, stamps, and paper. It just don't get no easier or better than this. So I'm going to take my big record and I'm going to stamp. And I like to start with the lightest color first. You don't have to. That's just me. So just tap, tap, tap. Now, everybody fusses at me because I don't put the labels on a lot of my stamps, but I'm not called the Lazy Daisy Stamper for nothing, okay? Just saying. There's a reason. Oh my gosh. That is really nice. That was Pool Party, by the way. Now I'm going with Mango Melody. And I'm just kind of sporadically stamping these on my first layer. I think this is my first, yes. This measures 5 inches by 3 3/4. So actually that is my second layer size, okay? If you watch my channel very often, you know when I say first layer what size it is and second layer what size it is. But if you don't, the first layer measures 5 1/4 by 4. The second layer measures 5 by 3 3/4. It's basically a 1/4 inch increments, okay? Down, smaller. Oh gosh, that is real pretty. I love this little record. Who knew? I'm trying not to overlap my stamping, okay? There you go. I'd overlap that just a teeny tiny bit, but hey, it's okay. I like it. Oh, I'm going to get my Pool Party back out because I need to stamp my sentiment. Now, normally, I really suck at this part. I would normally stamp and then cut this out. I don't know why I did it this way, but we'll see. We'll see how close I get, okay? Now, especially on these rubber stamps, you do not want to rock. Do not rock. straight down, hold straight up. Well, look at there. That's pretty stinking good. I'm getting better. I got to tell you that. I guess practice does make perfect. Oh, I don't want to pick that up yet. I want to stamp the inside of my card. And I'm going to get just a plain, this is my first layer size, okay? And I'm going to stamp. Just for the record, I really like you. I'm going to just kind of go off to the side. Well, that was just almost straight, y'all. Not quite, but almost. Let me see if I'm going to stamp off. Maybe this will kind of hide it a little bit. That kind of hides that it's not quite straight, doesn't it? Okay, let me snip this off. Let's see what that does. I'm going to go ahead and glue this in. Had to get a brand new glue and open it yesterday. Makes me happy when I do that. Okay, just gonna put that inside. I like that already. And then this is simply, oh no, oh, where'd it go? This is light flirty flamingo, and I'm just going, just kind of coloring that heart. Very simple. These are our stamping blends. They're the alcohol markers. Love them. And I'm not being real, you know, real careful with coloring those in. You can see alcohol markers do bleed through. So you always want to have something to back them so that you can't see that. Okay. Oh, my nose is itching. I wonder if I'm getting allergic to M&Ms with peanuts. Man, that's going to be a very sad situation if that happens. I love these. These are our double-sided foam adhesive strips. Love them. And then this is just going to go like that. Boom. Oh, I should have stamped my envelope. But I didn't. Well, I don't normally send envelopes with the cards when you win them anyway, unless unless you need them, okay? If I know that you're a demonstrator or you already have supplies, you know, I don't normally send an envelope. But if it's somebody that I know doesn't stamp, that just loves to watch, I send them an envelope. Because I'm just sweet like that. Okay, there is our first card. Pretty cute. I love the colors. And we could embellish, but I'm not going to embellish because I just think, you know, sweet and simple. Everything does not have to be complicated, right? Okay. Our next card is going to feature probably the prettiest paper in the world. My nose is itching me to death. Man, let me take a drink of coffee. Maybe that will help. Now, out of Mountain Air, all I'm using is this little tree, the clouds, and the moon. I think that's a moon. I'm calling it a moon. So, the colors I'm using are Pale Papaya, Gorgeous Grape, and Smoky Slate. This is another simple little card. And I'll tell you, because this paper does all the work for you. I mean, look. Just look at that. I mean, that's a background right there. You don't need much of anything else. Look at all of that. It's just, and then this, oh my word, this is my very favorite out of the whole shebang. Oops, oopsie. And I haven't used it yet because, well, when I like something, I hoard it. I'm trying real hard to break that horrible habit. But I've only got, what, 4 sheets? I think you get 4 sheets of each design. And it's just so pretty. Oh. Anyway, here's our card. Simple, simple, simple. The hardest part is keeping these little things in order. So we have our basic white card base. I always use thick white. I just think it just feels better to me. Everybody is certainly entitled to their opinion and their preference. So this is my first layer. There's no ribbon involved, so I can go ahead and just glue that down. And I can go ahead and glue this one down as well. I hope I'm not shooting myself in the foot here. Pale Papaya, Gorgeous Grape to match our stamps, our inks over here. Okay, so here are, oh crud, I got them out of order. Okay, wait a minute, no, those go together. See, that goes together like that, and then that goes like right there. So what we want to do is we want to put these together. Oh, these measure. My first layer, you know the measurement, 5 1/4 by 4. The second layer is 5 inches by 3 3/4. Now these measure 1 1/2 by 3 1/2. Okay? 1 1/2 by 3 1/2. And I believe, yeah, I believe 1 1/2, 1 1/2, 1 1/2, 1, 2 is 4 1/2. Yeah, I think. I can't do math. So I'm going to take my Smoky Slate and stamp my little clouds on here. Let's see, I think I'm going to stamp, yeah, I'm going to stamp off Okay. Then I'm going to take my pale papaya and I think I'm going to stamp off. I don't know. It's like when I stamp off, it's just a tad too light. Let me just barely tap on here. Well, that's a little darker than what I really wanted, but I didn't know what else. Stamping off made it too light, so we'll just go with it, okay? And then my gorgeous grape is for my trees right down here. You know, you don't have to do a whole lot to this background paper. It's just beautiful like it is. There we go. Oh, I got to do my hello. I always forget to do that. Now this hello came from, I believe, this came out of my March paper pumpkin. I just liked that hello font. I thought it was so pretty. So I'm just going to kind of put that where it hits that crack and hopefully it'll look good. Okay, now all we got to do is glue it down. And you know, I always, well, first of all, we are going to dry fit this so that I can kind of see where everything needs to go, okay? Okay, what is the name of this paper? It is called New Horizons. Let me see. Yes, New Horizons. It is 6x6 paper. Oh, I messed up my thing. Okay, so like that, and like that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So I always put my 2 outside pieces on. And I'm just looking at my borders, trying to keep my borders pretty much, you know, the same. That was glue. Ah. There you go. Let me clean these stamps and kind of get them out of the way. I can't even get to my cleaning pad over here because they're all stacked up and junky. Okay, there we go. I hope I didn't clean too much, make too much noise. Oh my, that's it, we're done. Oh, wasn't that quick and easy? And then of course, I always decorate my envelopes, and I hope that you do as well. So there is our second card. Woohoo! Let that paper do all the work for you, right? Okay, we are moving on to card number 3. This one's a little bit more involved. You know, as I was looking at the cards that I had made before I left, I had made 2 cards with this set, and then I'm making another card today with this set. I will tell you, it has been my favorite set out of the catalog. Absolutely love this stamp set, the dies, and the paper. Oh my gosh, just beautiful. So here's the stamp set and the dies. So pretty, 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 pretty. And I've also pulled out some vellum that oh, I don't know what that vellum came in. And I will tell you all that I did. My standard card base. I've tried to go ahead and stamp and die cut everything out that I could, just because I wanted to make 4 cards for you guys today, because I missed you. And so I tried to get everything done ahead of time that I could. And I love this, and sometimes I don't even like to take out those pieces. I just think they're pretty like that. Now this is basic gray. This is what is that? I want to say Sahara sand, but let me just double check, okay? Yep, it's not crumb cake. Yep, that's what this is. It is Sahara sand. I thought it was, but then I've slept since then. Okay, Sahara sand. This one is Sahara sand. Basic gray. Basic gray. This is the Scripty 3D. You know, I'm not sure that this is even still current. Sometimes I don't pull punches, embossing folders, and dies if I really like them. And I really like that. And the vellum had this writing on it, and I thought, oh, well, that little Scripty embossing folder would go perfectly with this. So, yeah. But before we get too involved, I'm going to take my little finger dauber and I'm going to go around my edges, because white on white, I want it to show up a little bit, okay? I want it on that. I want it on this. And I want it on this. This really doesn't show up too much on the vellum. And sometimes you can just take your piece and just kind of rub it back and forth on your ink pad, and a lot of times that is sufficient to kind of give you a little kind of a little outline on the edge. I think that shows up just perfectly fine. And then of course I stamped this with this stamp and then die cut it out. I'm going to clean that. And then also on my scrap piece of paper I stamped "Hey there," and I'm going to just kind of fussy cut around that. Oh, and I forgot to stamp this before I embossed it. I wonder what it'll look like if I stamp it after it's been embossed. Let's just see. Oh, that's kind of cool. It kind of shows the writing through there. That's kind of nifty. Okay, I'm going to close this up and we can start assembling. I want to make sure everything's dry. I don't want to get messed up. Every time I use a lot of white, I invariably get a smudge on it because my fingers are dirty. Hello, Linda. I didn't see you pop on here. How are you? I hope you're feeling better. I don't know what that is that you had, but it didn't sound good, okay? Okay, now on this, I'm just going to take my seal because it is not going to show through. And it just goes down flat. You could pop it up if you wanted to. And then this is going to go down next. Everybody told me that this should have been a different color. Maybe it should have been black. I don't know. Black would have gone with the gray. You just want to make sure it doesn't hang off the side of your, that's glue, y'all. Then, yeah, I guess I'm going to poke these out. And then this will kind of, we're going to pop that up. And I'm going to, I wished I would have thought ahead and put double-sided adhesive sheets on this one, but I didn't. Because I kind of want to weave it in here. Okay, I'm going to take the backs off. Oops. I do hate getting glue on my fingers. I hate that. Ugh. Okay. Kind of want to get my stems together down here. There we go. Just kind of hold it in place a minute. Then I've got my white baker's twine, I think that's what it's called. I'm going to double it up and do a little bow, a little bunny ear bow. Because this is about the only kind of bow I can make, is making it the bunny ear way. I am not a good bow maker, y'all. Sticky. All right, I'm going to put that right about there. That ought to be close enough. Oh, isn't that cute? Oh, Lordy, I love this. Love this stamp bundle. I love the colors. I'm going to miss this so much. Now, I don't like, vellum is just famous for kind of curling up. I'm going to put a little glue dot on this corner to hold it down, because it's not going to be seen. You know what I mean? There we go. Oh, I gotta do my little hay there. And this is just real simple to kind of just fussy cut around it. It's not like, I don't know. I'm not a fussy cutter because it makes me fussy to do this. I tickle myself sometimes. But anyway, this is not difficult to do. Just kind of follow it a little bit. And then tidy it up. Okay, I want a dimensional on this end. Oh, that's too big. Let me get my little ones. Here are my mini dimensionals. And then I want some glue on this end. Because this is popped up on dimensionals, so. There. Now I put this one down there, but I like it up there, just for a change. You know, every time I make a card or the same card, I change it up, invariably. I don't know why. It's kind of like a recipe. A lot of times I put my own spin on the recipes. And each time I make it, I adjust it to my kind of liking. I bet you're all that way as well. Okay, there's card number 3. Yay! Is that pretty? You like that? I love it. There's nothing on the inside, but all right, now, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for this, okay? We're gonna alcohol ink. Now, like I told you, I'm a good copier, and I remember where I saw this, and I saw this from Patty Bennett. She did this on a video. I don't even know what the date of it was, but I absolutely love it. Now, this is not a new technique. It's been around for forever, okay? But, you know, she kind of brought it back or whatever. I mean, I have done this before, but you know, you forget. So, isn't that card beautiful? Look at that background. Okay, so I am using, oh my gosh, I've got so much stuff out here on my desk. I'm using hand pinned, and I'm using this cutout only. I'm using Biggest Wish, and I'm using Happy Birthday only. And I'm using color and contour only because this little labeled shape, okay? That's all that I'm using. And here's my little bowl for 99% alcohol. So I have gone ahead and I have die cut out my label, and I die cut out my little flowers. And if I'm not mistaken, I made this exactly the way that Patty made it, okay? I'm pretty sure. So what I've got is an oversized piece of vellum. I have got my first layer, and you know it measures 5 1/4 by 4, and I've got a second layer that measures 3 3/4 by 5. Okay, now on this I am going to apply some double-sided adhesive sheets. And had I been very smart, y'all, I'd have put it on that one as well, but no, didn't go there, so. Can't think of everything in advance, can you? Some people can. I'm not one of those people. I fly by the seat of my pants most of the time. I know, Terry, this background, oh, it's so beautiful. I have to tell you. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to get my big scissors out, and I'm just going to cut around here. Now the reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to attach this vellum on here, because you know, like I said earlier, vellum is famous for curling up, and I don't want it curling at all. You know, I shouldn't have used these good scissors to cut gluey stuff, because it gets them all sticky. But I did. Okay, so I'm going to get this out of the way. I'm done with my double-sided adhesive. You know, sometimes people don't know how to use this. I was surprised that a lot of the girls Saturday did not know how to really use double-sided adhesive sheets. So that's why I wanted to show that. Okay, again, oversized, so I know I'm going to cut that down. Now hold on, I'm going to get my little protective sheet here, and it looks terrible, but it's okay. We are going to take So what really works best with this is darker colors. You can use any of your Stampin' Blends, but use the dark color on it, okay? Now this yellow is really not going to show up a whole lot. I wonder, well, I know that this is just a holy mess that's under here, and you probably can't even see too much. As a matter of fact, let me do this. Let me, everything is dirty already. All right, let's try this. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. You know, just get you some color on here. You don't have to color the whole thing, but you want to use your broad end. And the nice thing about this is you can go back and forth. If you don't have enough of some color, you can go back and put more in and keep going. So, okay, that's kind of what I've got. Now, I've got 99% alcohol. Not 70, 99. And I've got some in this little bowl, and I have a brush. And all you want to do, start with your lightest color and just dab. Try not to mix your colors. Okay, I'm going to try to come down here. When you start mixing your colors, you will start getting mud, which that is not what you want. And you want to dab. You don't want to brush. Dab, dab, dab. Look at that. Can you see what it's doing already? And it's going to curl up on you. This vellum is famous for curling. Y'all know that by now, okay? And that's okay. We're going to dry it here in just a minute. Can you see what it's doing? Let me see if I can get this up to you. Look at that. I mean, it's beautiful already. But wait, there's more. Where's my wink of Stella? Okay, here we go. Because Wink of Stella, what does it have in it? Alcohol. That's right. You can do as much or as little as you want. You can put a glob of it down. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Just play. This is a little squeezing bulb. I think, gosh, I've had this for quite a while. I think it's a Tim Holtz, but any kind of bulb type of thing would work. You can even blow, use a straw and blow, but I get so lightheaded when I do that. It's like, ah! So I want this to dry. So I'm going to get out my my heat gun, and I'm going to dry this because I'm not done yet. So pardon the noise. Alcohol dries really fast, so this does not take long at all. I think that's pretty good. Can you see the sparkle in it? I don't know, can you? Look at that. Ooh, it's very pretty. Now what I want to do is I want to take my marker again, and I want to get over my color and flick it. I'm going to flick that. Get my green. I'm going to flick that. Get my blue. This, oh, by the way, let me tell you these colors. I forgot to tell you. This is dark Mango Melody, dark Granny Apple Green, dark Bermuda Bay, and dark Night of Navy. And one more. Okay, I think I may be done. Look at that. And you know, every background will be different. Let me see, can you see that sparkle? Look at that. Yeah, and like I say, this is oversized. I'm gonna move that out of the way. And I'm going to bring in my, what did I say? This was my second layer, because I'm going to attach this to the back, and I want you to see the difference of color it makes, okay? So here's with nothing behind it. Here's with green behind it. Well, that's pretty. That's pretty like that. But wait, look, this really pops and brightens the color. Isn't that pretty? Okay, whoopsie. So I'm going to peel off my adhesive backing here. I'm going to turn this over and place this down. This is the back side of it. There you go. Now I'm just going to trim this up. You know what? I'm going to get my this little trimmer. I think it will do a fine job. Have y'all ever done the alcohol ink with your markers yet? Have you done this? It is so much fun. You could spend a whole day just playing with all your different colors and just playing. See what you can come up with, and then after you've got a ton of backgrounds made, start making cards. Okay, now you see how bright and pretty that is? Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Oh. There won't be one that's ugly, I'll just tell you, unless you just mix all of your colors together and then it gets all muddy. You know what I mean? So you just have to be sure. And if I wanted to go back over and add more color, I could. I could take color off just by putting more alcohol on it. Oh. Just make sure that it's dry before you start adding more to it, because that will make it muddy if you're not real careful. So just make sure you dry it before you go back and add more color. But look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to take my Balmy Blue and my Pear Pizzazz, and I'm going to stamp on my little label. Happy. Gosh, my thing is so dirty. My background thing is so dirty. Okay, here I go. I want up here. Oh, I hope I get that mostly straight. This is my very favorite card you're showing us how to. Oh, good, Eleanor. I hope you make some. If you've got alcohol markers, now you do need 99% alcohol. And they was asking me Saturday, why do you have to use 99%? Well, I don't really know, but I've been told it takes 99%, not 70. Yes, I love this technique. Lots of fun. There we go, yay! Okay, I think I'm done with these inks. So I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals, just because that's the kind of girl I am, and I think that you are too. We love our dimensions and our textures. Uh-oh, I gotta get my little thingy glued up and put in place. Okay, I think I want those leaves coming out. Okay, so I can put all kinds of glue down here that's not gonna show, and just a little bit right there. All right, I shouldn't have taken the backs off. Ah! Okay, that ought to work like that. And then that ought to work like that. You know, I hate to cover up that beautiful background. That's sticking up. I think I may want to put a glue dot under that one. I'm going to kind of roll it over on itself and stick that down. Yeah, I like that. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, where are my jewels? I want to put some jewels on this because Lord knows we haven't done enough to this card yet. That was a joke. This is an extreme card, y'all. Extreme. Where's my pokey tool? What'd I do with it? Y'all see my pokey tool? Broke a nail. Oh, I got it. Okay. Oh, it's so gorgeous. I gotta say, this is pretty. Now I'm putting a little extra glue on here just because, man, it's got so much going on. I don't want it to come off. Uh-oh. How did I do that? I'm gonna get my little chamois. I can wipe it off with water because water doesn't affect it. But if I wipe that off with alcohol, we'd be in trouble. It would change on us. There we go. Oh my goodness. Let's bring our cards back in. Let me clean up just a tad bit because I don't have any more room to spread out. I'm going to clean this stuff off. Okay, look at that pretty thing. Right there, right there. Right there. Oh no, this is not going to fit. Is it going to fit? Yay! Oh, it fits. There you go. Yes, now I got my 99% back during COVID, okay? But you may be able to find that now in the drugstores. You couldn't here a while back, if you know what I mean. Let's see, I'm trying to get to my face. There we go, yes. Okay, so I hope that you've enjoyed today's projects. I know I made 4 and this has probably gone way longer than I should have gone, but I just thought they were all special, simple to fantastic. Okay, if you need anything that you saw today that you can't live without, I would appreciate your orders. Again, you know how to find me. I'm at lazydaisystampers.stampinup.net. Please use this host code. If you need any help whatsoever, just holler. I'll be happy to help you anytime. Have a great week, y'all. I've got classes, Saturday classes, the next 2 weeks. I don't know. I know I've got one this coming Saturday. So if you live in the area, I still have a couple of openings. Just let me know. Come and let's play. Okay? All right. Well, I will see you next Monday, same time, same station. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. And we'll make some more beautiful projects. Okay? God bless you. See you later. Bye, y'all. Now let me figure out how to get this thing stopped. Bye-bye.